to be open. You've just got to be willing. You've just got to look at your attitude. You've just got to look at what's important to you and get clear and have a vision. Yes, 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 yes. Whatever it is you're selling, it's about how do you make them feel. She said, I've had a very eclectic or diversified career. I have been an entrepreneur. I have a very entrepreneurial spirit, and I've also worked in corporate. Referrals generate 80% more sales than a cold call. And not only that, but 85% of all sales are who you know and who knows you. I travel nationally, professional speaker, motivational speaker, and working with people in sales and marketing. So I would go in and work with corporations and working with their people and their management to really show them how to connect with people. No drive-bys. Don't do the drive-bys. It's better don't even talk to them if you're going to do the drive-bys. Oh, here's my business card. And you're gone. You are gone. The woman came up to me the next time she heard me speaking. She said, you know, I went and did something radical. I said, what? She said, you know, you were talking about those boxes? I said, yeah. She said, I took my husband's boxes when he wasn't there and I threw them out. That's not it needs to be personal. When you're coming into your job, you're onboarding, we're so quick to mark our territory to show that we're valuable. You've got that expertise. You've got that you can share with other people. And it's learning about other people, and it's asking questions, and it's finding out about them. So when we're dealing with change and we're in that fear mode and the trepidation and the insecurities, we are being beckoned to something bigger than us. My clients, a lot of times, they don't want to go back to corporate. They've come to a point in their lives that they've always wanted to have their own company. They've always had the entrepreneurial spirit. And they're at a juncture in their life where they're now feeling confident enough to step out with their talents and build something. What does a host do versus what a guest does? I introduce you to each other. I show you where the food is. I talk to you. I say, oh, you might want to meet so-and-so. She's doing this, and you want to meet her because she's doing that. I was able to really go around and connect with people. When we can get outside of ourselves, which can be very, very difficult because we tend to be very, very self-conscious when we're interacting with people. And so we're watching what we're saying and wanting to present ourselves well, and that's all really, really good. But when we focus on ourselves is where we really kind of trip up. You've got to be a perpetual learner. You've got to be open to learning. You have got to be willing to be coachable. You've got to be willing to be teachable. And you've got to work on those soft skills. Again, they're not teaching it in the MBA courses. They're not teaching it in our schools. And so these new up-and-coming leaders, they've got the technical aspect, but they don't have the soft skills. And people are not going to follow you if they're not inspired. Because the core of everything is relationships. And I think that that's what's carried through my entire career. And so we never know how we're going to impact other people. But when we're true to ourselves and we know ourselves, however we show up in the world, whether it's in a corporation, whether it's in our own business, whether it's a solopreneur or an entrepreneur or an intrapreneur, there's so many different things out there that are begging for us. And it's up to us to find out, you know, what's important. And until you know those things, how are you going to present yourself? And in building those relationships and people that want to help us move to the next point in our lives, how are we going to do that if we don't know who we are and we've not taken the time to really delve into ourselves? The first thing that kind of pops into my mind is carpe diem. You know, we want to seize the day. Thank you.